Welcome to strength training routine number 1. I'm excited that you're here. I hope you're ready for your workout. These are the items you'll need, your standard items for this program. Just don't forget that water bottle. And our disclaimer, please make sure you read this thoroughly before proceeding. If you do not agree and don't have physician approval, you may not complete this workout. As with any good workout, we'll start with a warm-up. These are the 3 muscle groups we will target with foam rolling to start. There's a few others that you have access to in your materials. If you want to pause after we do our routine, you can add those on. And we will start with rolling our quadriceps, the front of the legs. So for this foam rolling routine, what you'll need to do is position your foam roller right up by your hip bones to start, right below your hip bones, and then you're going to roll out on your foam roller as if you were in a plank position, but not on your toes. And you're going to roll from just below your hip bones to just above your knee. So you never want to roll on a joint. You don't want to roll on your knees, but you want to roll just above it and back up to the hip. And we'll continue to roll along the front of the thigh muscles here, along your quadricep muscles, going along until if you find any knots that are in your muscles, we'll kind of stop on that location and roll only on that location versus from the hip bone to above the knee. So here I'm demonstrating that, rolling out a muscle knot I have about the middle of my quadricep, spending a little extra time there. I've actually just added more intensity by lifting one of my legs. You do not have to do that. You can lean into that knot a little bit more. And then here I'm proceeding again, just rolling again from my hip bone down to right above my knees in order to continue rolling. So that's the process we'll use for all foam rolling. Looks like I found another knot again on the other side, right? Just demonstrating that for you. Like I said, you can continue to work out a muscle knot in a certain area by adding more pressure, just shifting your weight to that area, or by shifting your weight by adding more weight by lifting a leg. So it's up to you. Just make sure you're doing like I'm doing right here, continuing to roll all along that muscle group, the quadriceps for this example, after you've hit that one muscle knot. All right, so there is our quadricep routine completed. Next up, our hamstrings. So same idea here, we're just going to target the back of our thigh muscles now, our hamstrings. So instead of being in that forward plank position now, I just have my hands behind my body here, supporting my body weight and rolling again above the knee to now it's right around my glute muscles, right around my butt is where I'm stopping, and rolling from butt to above the knee until I find a muscle knot, and then I'll just spend a little extra time in that one location. So option here is to lift one leg and add body weight by doing that, or you could just shift your body weight. And then once you have worked that muscle knot a little bit on its own, going back to regular foam rolling from the knee, right above the knee, to the glute region for our hamstrings. And if you have a knot on the other side, same idea here, spending a little bit of extra time to work out that knot, lifting one of your legs or shifting your body weight to help work out that knot. And then when you feel it let up a little bit, rolling again all the way through. Next up is our glutes. So for our glutes, what we're going to do is sit on the foam roller, use our palms for support, palms right below our shoulders, and I have one of my feet on top of the other knee. So right now I'm rolling out my right glute because I have my left foot on top of my right knee. So just rolling basically along that right butt cheek. And we'll do that for a few more seconds here. And then switch sides. So we're trying to get about 30 seconds on each side. So now rolling out the left butt cheek, going along, trying to get any knots in the glutes so that we can move with a better form here once we start moving. And to work that left side, I have my right foot on my left knee. I'm just pressing my body weight into my glute to have that foam rolling happen. So here, if you wanted to pause the video, you can, and you can continue foam rolling the other areas I talked about. If you're ready though, we'll continue our warm-up with a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So to start, we're going to work our hip flexor on the left side by stepping our right foot forward, starting out with both legs at 90-degree angles here, and then leaning forward to feel a stretch on our left hip flexor, so the leg that is back, and then turning towards that right side. So feeling that stretch here, palms are behind your head, and we're just going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. So continuing to hold for the length of time that I have the video going here. Really trying to lean into that stretch so you get a little rotation in your torso and that hip flexor stretch going on the back leg, so your left leg. Hold a few more counts here and then returning to start. Switching legs. So now I'm stretching my right hip flexor even though I'm turning towards the left. Holding here for 30 seconds. Continuing to breathe. Hip flexors can be pretty tight if we're sitting a lot during the day, so most of us probably have tight hip flexors at the end of a day, so really important to warm them up for this workout. Holding a few more counts here for that hip flexor and then turning back to center and coming out of the stretch for our next move, a forward fold to halfway lift to fold to arms reach overhead. So starting off with that forward fold, little bend in your knees, reaching down, touching the floor if you can. Stretch for your hamstrings, back of the thighs. Bringing your palms to your shins with a flat back. Folding over again, releasing your upper body. And then slowly rolling up, bringing your arms overhead. That's one round. We'll do it one more time. So releasing your arms, going back for forward fold number 2. Touching the floor if you can, but a little bend in your knees still, getting a good hamstring stretch. From there, palms to your shins with a flat back. And then dropping down into that fold again and slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Arms reach overhead and getting ready for our next move, which is a knee march by the wall. So head on over to your wall, rest your palms on the wall at about shoulder height. Walk away so your body's on a diagonal. So you're leaning into the wall here. And then you're going to do a march up on your toes. So one leg comes up and then the other up on your toes. Here's 2 up on your toes, and 2, 3, and 3. Here's 4, and 4. So we're leaning in to warm up our arms a little bit. 5, and 5. Here's 6, and 6, almost there. Last 4 each side, and 4 for 3, and 3. Come up on that toe for that stretch. Last 2 each side, and 2, and 1 more each side here. Perfect. Now staying by that wall, we'll do a shoulder stretch and calf stretch against the wall. So one arm is coming up against the wall here, a nice 90-degree angle. The leg that is closest to the wall will step back. And then you're going to rotate your torso towards the front leg, the leg furthest from the wall. So you should feel a shoulder stretch in the shoulder that's on the wall and a calf stretch here. Hold for a few more counts on this side. And then we'll release that stretch in a few seconds to do the same thing on the other side. So staying at the wall here as you release, keeping that 90-degree angle for that shoulder part of the stretch, walking your leg that's closest to the wall back for the calf stretch, and then turning towards the opposite shoulder to feel that stretch in your shoulder, get a little bit more of a torso rotation. Really lean into your legs, lean forward to feel that calf stretch. A few more counts to hold here. Coming out of the stretch and getting ready for a side-to-side body weight lunge. Arms come out parallel to the ground, legs come out wider than hip width apart, lunging to one side and then the other, keeping your body weight back in the heel, pressing through that heel to return to start. Here's 3 and 3. Here's 4 and 4. Also being mindful that your back is nice and flat. So on a diagonal, but not rounded. If it's rounding, then you can rest your arms by your side as one modification or just not come down as far. Really make sure though that you're pressing through your heel to return to that center position. Last 2 each side, and 2, and last 1 each side. Perfect. And then getting ready for our alternating reverse lunge with an arm lift. Just what it sounds like. Arms are coming up as I step back into my lunge and back on the other side. So step back into a lunge here on this side and on the other side, trying to get my thigh as close to parallel to the floor as possible, that front thigh, but not being too worried about it with this warm-up. And my body weight is focused in the front heel as I'm coming back up to start. So one more time each side here. Perfect. And last time on this side. Awesome. All right, your warm-up is complete. Grab your mat and a chair if you need to do a modification for our plank with alternating leg lift. We're aiming for 8 times on each side. No matter what position you take, you want to make sure that your body is a nice straight line from your shoulders down to your toes. So you're on your palms if you're at the chair, but you're on your forearms if you're on the floor. And then we're just lifting one foot, holding for a count, and then lowering it. I'm not lifting very high here, so my heel is barely coming above parallel to the ground, and I'm lowering back down. The way I'm doing the move here with my toes together is the best way to do this move, but if you wanted to do a modification that's in between the floor and the chair, you could actually have your feet a little bit wider, so maybe more like hip width apart, and that might be a modification you can try. Almost done here. We have one more rep on each side. Last time this side, last time the other side, then coming down onto your knees to take a quick child's pose if you need it before heading into our alternating T stabilization, 8 times on each side. So your body's going to look like a T, capital T shape, starting out in that high plank position, whether you're on the chair for your modification or on the floor, lifting one palm off the floor or off the chair and looking up at it, and then placing it back down in line with your shoulder before going to the other side. So we're basically rotating at our toes, keeping our hips high as we place one hand down, lift up the other hand, look up at it, place it down, and then change sides. So we'll keep this going here. We just have a few more repetitions before a nice little rest period. So I know these moves are challenging, but they are worth it. Keep it going here, keep those hips high, keep on breathing. You're doing awesome. Second to last time on this side and on the other side. And then one final time on each side before a rest. Last side here. Perfect. 20-second rest period. This will go by quickly, but get a little breather, grab some water, and then we'll repeat those 2 moves again. So last 10 seconds here, make sure you're getting ready. Our first move is that leg lift with our plank, whether we're at the chair or on the floor. Here we go, getting it set up. Make sure you have a nice straight line in your body, no matter where you're at. For this second set, if you're feeling a little fatigued but you want to stay on the floor, you can bring your feet a little wider. So you can see my toes there are pretty much together for this move. But if I wanted to modify it and stay on the floor, I could move my feet a little bit further apart, so more like hip width apart. So we'll keep this going here, continuing to breathe, making sure our hips stay relatively stable here, so not shifting a lot, even though we are going to shift our body weight a little bit each time. So we're keeping our core engaged. And here, our second to last time this side and opposite side. One last time each side here before going on to that T stabilization a second time. So here, bringing it down to your knees, child's pose if you need it, and getting in position for that second set of your alternating T stabilization. 8 times each side. Nice straight line from shoulders to toes, no matter where you are, and then looking up at that one hand, placing it back, looking up at the other hand. That's 1 rep. 2 down, keeping those hips high for number 3 and 3. Here's 4 and 4. Halfway there, looking good. Here's 5 and 5. You don't have to be as serious as I look in this video. Here's 6 and 6. 2 more times each way, so 7. Perfect, and 7. And last one each side. Final one here. Grabbing your heaviest set of weights for this high pull, which is a squat, to up on your toes, to bringing your weights to shoulder height. So squatting down here, up on my toes, weights to shoulder height. You can see I'm going pretty good pace here. That's because it's a power-based move. We're just going to do 10 of these. You want to make sure that you are not rounding your back. So in the beginning, if you are rounding your back, you can go down a little bit in weight or go a little slower. So keep that in mind. One last rep here. Perfect. Putting those weights down, we have a balance move here. 5 count hold in 4 positions. Stand on your right leg. Lift your left knee. So lifting your knee here, thigh should be parallel to the ground, holding back to center, almost touching the floor. Toes are pointed, bringing that leg in front of the body for a hold. So balancing on that right foot, back to center, out to the side. So engaging your outer thigh on that left leg with a flat foot, back to center. Keeping that foot flat, bringing the leg behind you, engaging the glutes. And back to center, we'll do that one more time. So knee comes up and hold. And back to center here, almost touching the floor, but not pointing those toes to bring it in front of the body, holding, keeping that balance. Back to center, out to the side with a flat foot, engaging that outer thigh, holding here. Back to center, and then behind the body to engage those glutes. Awesome job. We will go back to our high pull before doing the other side. So getting those weights again. Now you know what to do. We're going to do 10 reps here. Palms facing you. Squat, toes, shoulders. Squat, toes, shoulders. Squat, toes, shoulders. That's 3. Here's 4. Halfway through on this one. Last 4. Last 3. Don't let that back round. Last 2. And last one at all. Last one for this workout. Perfect. Back to that balance. So now we're going to be balancing on our left leg and lifting our right leg. Bring all your body weight to your left foot and lift your right knee. Keep that foot nice and flat or flexed. And lower it almost to the ground. Then bring that leg in front of you with pointed toes. Holding here to keep that balance. It's easier to do this in shoes. So if you want a modification, do it in shoes. Out to the side, keeping that foot flexed or flat. I seem to be pointing my toes here. I missed the memo. Please keep your foot flat or flexed. And on here too, flat or flexed. I'm pointing my toes. Bad trainer. It doesn't really matter all that much. We want to keep it consistent. So flat foot here for the knee raise, almost touching, toes pointed to bring it front. Almost touching the floor to bring it down, and then keeping that flexed foot. It does look flexed here. It looks dirty. Hopefully your feet aren't as dirty as mine. And then keeping it flat, not pointed like I'm doing here. Keep it flat. And getting ready here, grabbing one heavy weight for our goblet squat. Grabbing that weight, bringing it to chest height. You're going to have your feet hip width apart, and then you're going to sit back into a squat, body weights in your heels as you come up. Sitting back here, body weight in your heels, that's number 2. Here's 3, we're going to 15, here's 4. I would recommend wearing your shoes for this one, so keep that going here, safety first. Number 7, here's 8, I'm showing you this side view so you remember not to let your back round. If your back is rounding, you can go down in weight. Here's 10. Almost there. Last 5, pressing through your heels to come up. Last 4. And last 3. Perfect. And here's 2. And last one, pressing through those heels and then putting that weight into your right hand because we'll do a right arm row and grabbing your chair. So I have my weight in my right hand, arm is nice and long, bend my knees a little bit, and left palm is supporting my body for this 3-point row. And then I'm rowing. So my palm is facing me. I'm leading with my elbow, so you can see my elbow comes higher than my back to lift that weight to chest height. You can think about exhaling on the effort to lift the weight, inhaling to lower. When you bring that weight up, think about engaging your back muscles to lift that weight, so you're getting the most out of the exercise. A few more reps here. Last 5. Here's 4. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower. Last 2. And last one there. Perfect. Awesome job. We'll go back to our goblet squat. So keep that weight handy. Bring it to your chest. And then sit back here into your squat, body weight in your heels, and back to standing. 15 repetitions of this one. This is number 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. This is your second set. So again, making sure that we're not rounding our back here. So if you get that side view in, checking out to make sure you're coming down, really trying to bring your chest to your knees, but not rounding your back. Last 6 repetitions here. Body weight in your heel, exhaling to press up. 3 more to go, and then we'll go back to our row. Last 2 here. But we'll be rowing on the opposite side. Last one. So moving that weight over to your left arm, getting over by your chair. Right arm's going to support you this time. Still going for those 15 repetitions and leading with our elbow. Engaging our back muscles to help us lift that weight. Palm faces your body for this row that we're doing. Knees are not locked, so keep a slight bend in your knees. Keep that flat back. Think about exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And last 3, last 2, last one here, and we will switch arms. So we're going to row again on the right side. So pass off your weight here, hold it in your right hand, get into position. Palm faces you, exhale to lift, inhale to lower. We'll still go for 15 repetitions for this second set on the right hand side. Lead with that elbow. Keep your back nice and flat. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, keeping those back muscles engaged the whole time to get the most out of the exercise. Keeping that slight bend in your knees. Last 5 repetitions on this side. Here's 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last one here, and then we'll do that switch off again. So switching that weight to your left side for another set there. Right hand supports you and left arm starts that row. Number 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. We're going to go to 15 repetitions again. Keeping it going. Number 7. Here's 8. Here's 9. And 10. Last 5 on this side. For 4. Last 3. Exhale up, inhale down for 2 more. Last 1, and then we'll go into our goblet squat. So grabbing that weight, bringing it to chest height. Feet hip width apart. Lowering back down for that squat. Press through those heels to come up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to come up. I keep saying this, but keep that focus on your body weight being in your heels when you press up so that your legs are doing most of the work here. Otherwise, when you turn to the side for that side view or look in your mirror, you might see your back rounding. So keep that focus on your legs by keeping your body weight in your heels. coming down. Exhale to press up through those heels. You only have a few repetitions here. Make them count. Inhale to lower. Exhale back up. Inhale, press through those heels on the way up. And after this one more time, last squat for this workout. Perfect. We're going right back into that row. So we'll do our right arm for a final set. Left arm supports you. And exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep a light bend in your knees. Keep that back flat. Keep your back muscles engaged. Focus on your back muscles helping you to lift that weight. Elbow is leading the move. Palm faces you. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. You're doing great. This is your last set of rows for your right arm. Almost there. 3 more repetitions on the right side. And last 2. And last one. You know what to do after this one. Switch arms. So bring that weight to your left arm. Get into position. Right hand is on the chair. And then row. Here's 2. Here's 3. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Almost there. You are doing amazingly well. Your back is going to get a break after this. We're going to focus on our lower body a little bit with some lunges. So a few more repetitions here. Last 2. Last row here for this workout. We're going to go into a side lunge, lunging to the left while you're holding a weight on the right. I recommend for this first of 3 sets to keep that heavy weight and then go from there, but it's up to you how you're feeling today. Listen to your body. Commit to the weight you want, hold it in your right hand, and then take a nice step to the left side, lunging, bringing the weight down. So we're doing 15 repetitions here. This is lunge number 2. We are pressing through our left foot, our left heel especially, to come up to standing. And we're making sure that our back stays flat. So I'll take you to a side view here. As with lots of these moves I've talked about, you might be on a little bit of a diagonal, but you do not want your back to round. So that's a very key component here. Lunging to the left, standing up, lunging to the left, weight is in your right hand. Trying to bring that weight towards your left foot. A few more on this side. Inhale, lower, exhale to press up. So far, so good. Almost one set done with this side lunge. It's a great move. Your heart rate should be getting higher. Last one here. Perfect. And then just switching arms. So we're just going to switch the weight to our left hand, and we're going to step to the right and lunge to the right. So stepping right here for number 2. Left hand brings that weight to the floor. Number 3. Perfect. Here's number 4. And 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. As with the other side, pressing through the heel to come up to standing. Thinking about inhaling to lower, exhaling to come up. A few more repetitions on this side, and then we'll end up going back to our first side. So we're going to end up doing 3 sets total with this move. You have your last 2 here. And last one, make it count. Think about it. If you need to make a decision and change weights, do that now, but we'll go back to our left side. So weight goes to our right hand and lunge to the left. Press through that left heel to come up to standing. 15 repetitions for this second set. If this is your first time doing this workout, then Assess how things are going with the second set. You want to make sure you're even, so you will do this on your right side, lunging on your right side as well. But decide if you want to do a third set or not. I highly encourage you to do it. Even if you have to ditch the weight for that third set, I'd rather have you try to do 3 sets than not. But that's what I want you to be thinking about on this set. So staying strong, of course, pressing through that heel to come up to standing. Lunging here, bringing the weight towards the floor and back up to standing, but listening to your body as well. All right, so lunging, press to that heel to stand, inhale to lower, exhale, press through to stand, inhale, lower, exhale, press up. One more time on this side for this second set, and then once you get to standing, switch that weight to the other side. So we're going to lunge to the right with our weight on the left, bringing that left hand towards our right foot. 15 repetitions on this side for this second set. Lunging, exhale to press through that foot. Lunging, exhale to press through that foot. Keeping it going here. Making sure our back stays nice and strong, really pressing through that foot to help keep the focus on our legs for this move. You have almost completed this workout. You have one more set on each side, but you totally got it. Listening to your body as you prepare for that last set, thinking about challenging yourself to continue with this weight for your third set. Last 2 repetitions on this side. And last one here, make it count. Press through that foot, stand, switch arms. Last time, lunging to the left with our weight in our hand on the right. Lunging left and standing. Lunging left for 2, weight is in our right hand, standing up. Inhaling to lower, exhale to press through that foot. Inhale, lower, exhale, press through. Inhale, lower, exhale, press through. Few more sets here. Awesome job, keeping that back nice and flat. Staying focused. Pressing through that heel so you really engage those glute muscles. Keep them strong no matter what your goals are, whether you are trying to run, whether you are just trying to look awesome in your skinny jeans, whether you're just trying to be a good role model for the people you love in your life. Keeping it going for this last one coming up one more time here, and then we'll switch the weight to the other side for our last set for this workout. So making this one count, staying focused, giving the same effort you gave on the other side. Lunging over towards the right, weight is coming over to meet that foot. Inhale to lower, exhale, press through that foot. Inhale to lower, exhale, press up to standing. Keeping that focus in that heel, especially of that foot that is getting into that lunge, so you can really press back up to stand. Staying focused here. Last few repetitions on this last side, last set of your side lunges with that weight coming across the body, making it count. So inhale, lower, exhale, press to that heel. Inhale, lower, exhale, press to return to standing. Last 2 times. And last one. You have made it. You have a half kneeling single arm overhead press here. So grab a weight. For your first set, I would try to do a heavier weight. You'll be in a half kneeling position like our hip flexor stretch. First side, right foot forward, weight is by your left shoulder, so get into position, and then you're pressing up. Exhaling to bring that weight overhead. Notice that my arm does not lock. I still have a slight bend in my elbow, even at the top of the move. So we are going to do this move and try to do 3 sets on each side. Exhale to press up, inhale to lower. A few more repetitions on this side. Exhale, press up, inhale, lower, switch arms. So, other leg's gonna come forward, left foot comes forward, weight is in my right hand now by my ear, and then exhaling up, inhaling to lower. Side view for you. Almost done with this first set. Here's 13. Exhaling, lift up for 14. Here's 15. Perfect. And going back to that first side, so switching lead leg. Second set on this side. Exhale on the effort, inhale to lower. Exhale, don't lock the elbow, inhale to lower. Looking great on this second set. Few more repetitions on this side. Exhaling, press up, inhale to lower. Exhale, press up, inhale, lower. And last one here. Switching sides. Other foot comes forward, left foot comes forward. Weight goes by your right ear in your right hand, and then exhale, press up, inhale, lower. Exhale, press up, don't lock the elbow, inhale to lower. Looking amazing. Getting stronger. Side view on the second set. Exhale up, inhale, lower. Exhale up, inhale to lower. Last 3. Here's 2. Here is the last one. You know what to do. We'll switch leading leg so that right foot comes forward in that half kneeling stance. Perfect. Here's 2. This is your third and final set. Make it count. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower, over halfway done. Here's 10. So we have last 5. Here's 4. Don't lock that elbow. Last 3. And for 2. And the last one here. Perfect job. And then we'll switch sides. So bringing that left foot forward for the last time. Weight comes by your right ear to start. And last time through. So we're going to press up for 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. I have good news. This is the last exercise you'll do with a weight for this workout. So we will be standing after this, but no weight required. Hope you're excited about that. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. We'll go back to our legs for this last move. Exhale to lift. We're staying focused on this one though, right? Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last 2 for this one. Exhale, press up for that last one. Inhale, lower. Drop that weight. We have 4 sets of body weight squats for 20 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. So stand up once that weight's gone. Hands behind your head. Feet hip width apart. And then go. Exhale, lower, inhale up. Go at your own speed. It doesn't have to be super fast. We're doing 20 seconds total. So keep it going here. Make sure your back is not rounding. Almost there to that rest point. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 20 seconds of rest here. Then we're going to repeat that body weight squat. So get a little bit of water. This is going to be round 2. Getting it ready. Feet hip width apart, hands behind your head, and go. Press through your heels to come up. Exhale, lower, inhale up. You don't have to go as fast. The goal is to have your back nice and flat. Getting ready here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest for 20 seconds. Grab some water. You have your last 2 sets of this bodyweight squat, and then you get to foam roll and chill and relax and feel proud of yourself for getting this workout done. Getting ready, hands behind your head, feet hip width apart, and go. So squatting it out here, second to last round. Feet hip width apart, hands behind your head. Don't let your back round. Last 5, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Last rest period here before our last set of 20 seconds of squats. Body weight squats, so no weight required. Thinking about finishing strong. Feeling proud of your workout. Hands behind your head and go. So last set here, last set of body weight squats. Body weight focused in your heels. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Keeping it focused for 5. Here's 4. Last 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. You rocked it. Grab your foam roller after patting yourself on your back, and we'll just finish this out. This workout was about 40 minutes or so long with my talking it out. So just let it continue for another few minutes with foam rolling. So grab your foam roller, anything you need to roll in addition to what we did in the beginning. Focus on those quads, hamstrings, and your glute muscles especially. But anything you need to do, you rocked it today. I'm very proud of you. So take that time to take care of your body at the end of the workout here, and I look forward to seeing you for tomorrow's workout, which will be a lot less hardcore strength and a little bit more of your cardio style workout. So I'm excited to share that one with you. Make sure you're actually foam rolling now. I will stop talking, but I am very proud of you for this workout today. You should be proud of yourself as well. And I can't wait to hear how it went. Be sure to leave me your feedback on the workout and just celebrate how awesome you are for doing it. And also, you can leave some notes in your fitness journal. I highly recommend leaving a few notes about how you felt, what weights you used for each move, anything like that that you want to consider that you might forget about, so you can actually see improvement from one week to the next. So if you use your heavy weight all the way through the workout, make a note of that. If you had to take a breather and didn't do 3 sets of some of the things we did 3 sets of, make a note of that. Just make sure that you're able to take these notes. Don't judge yourself the first time through especially. It's not an easy workout. It's meant to be a challenging one, but do make sure you keep track so that you can track your improvement. All right, so keep that foam roller out another 2 minutes or so. I will see you in your next workout.